what got you started in MMA?
So when I was 17, my dad lived about 3 hours away from me, and he took a fight. It was on his bucket list, and I went up and trained with him, and I just fell in love and never walked away. I've been training ever since with fighting.
So, besides there with your dad, where else did you originally start your training?
I started with when my dad took his fight and stuff, that was in Illinois, so I started training there, and then I'm from Missouri, so after I got done with that visit, I went back home and, immediately found a gym, and I started training there, and then eventually I made my way to Gracie United St. Louis, and that's where I stayed for about 7 to 8 years, and that's where I got the most of my training when I was starting out and stuff.
Were there ever any doubts or thoughts of quitting MMA with your early difficulties?
They told me that I should, but no, I never gave myself that option. Quitting was never an option. I knew as soon as I was done fighting cancer that I was going to be back in the cage and competing again.
And it looks like it's definitely paid off with being on a win streak right now.
Yeah. So basically, I was 0-2, told that I was dying, and told that I should give up fighting. And then from there, I basically told the doctors that that was not an option. And I came back and I rattled off 3 wins in a row. My last one being for Bellator. So that was a huge accomplishment for me. The fight before I got diagnosed was with Bellator, so that's always been the goal, or always was the goal, to get back to Bellator and get a win. So I was able to achieve that. So I was really happy, and that made it all worth it. I told doctors during the process that the whole goal was to get done with my chemo and get back to training, and eventually make it back to Bellator and get a Bellator win, and I did that. And now I'm on a 3-fight win streak with 3 finishes, so things are looking very well, and I'm glad that I didn't give up, and they gave me the easy way out.
So, any word on when the next fight is?
So right now I'm kind of in between fights and stuff like that. I am competing in 2 or 3 weeks. The weekend of December 15th in California, I'm going to try to win a world title in no-gi jiu-jitsu. So I have a huge tournament I'm getting ready for right now to help end the year and stuff like that. And then after that, we'll go back to the drawing board and see what happens first quarter. But I definitely got the itch to get back in the cage. That's for sure.
So tell us a little bit about your weight class, the bantamweight. What do you feel are the toughest opponents out there in the weight class?
Well, there's a ton of talent from the St. Louis area. That 135 is actually pretty deep from there, and St. Louis is where I'm signed from back home. So I have a lot of opponents that will be on the radar for early 2019.
And then, obviously, with this training, tell us about your coaches, and how that goes into the process.
Okay, well, I don't know how many of your listeners know this, but I'm originally from St. Louis, but as of 2 years ago, I made the move out to Jackson Week, and I'm out here training under Greg Jackson, Coach Frank, and Coach Joey, Coach Chad, Coach Harry. All these guys are the top tier coaches, and they work with the best UFC superstars, the Holly Holmes, John Dodson, John Jones, Diego Sanchez. The list goes on and on and on and on. And I'm super blessed to be out here and training with the best and working underneath the best. And I think you're going to be able to tell a huge leap in my game starting in 2019. I can't wait to see what the future holds and what new tools I can bring to the table, being underneath the best team and the best coaches and the best teammates in the world.
That is awesome. So with that, obviously you mentioned the big names that you have there to train with, but of the names that we don't know, who, that you trained with that you think, hey, this guy's or gal's going to be somebody someday?
Oh, that list is so long, too. Everybody hears about the top tier, but the reason the training is so great at Jackson League isn't because of just the coaches, it's because of the teammates, too. I got a buddy named Clay Mazza. He just made his pro debut, I want to say, about a month ago, and knocked out his guy in the third. He's on the up and up for sure. Greg Fisher, fighting out of Baltimore, Maryland. He's the champ of Shogun. He's their 125 and 135 pound champ. He'll be in the UFC within the next 6 months, I'd say. I got my buddy Jesse DeFoya, who helps me with a lot of rounds and stuff. He was part of the AMI team for Jackson Wink, who actually won nationals. So they had a team versus team tournament, and we took home first place for that. Jesse was their 125er. Madison Hobbs, he's a 55er out of North Carolina, and he'll be making some noise here really soon too. So there's several teammates I have that help push me daily and make me better, and that are well on their way. So I'm blessed not only for them to help me on my journey, but to be a small part of their journey as well.
So tell us a little bit about the nickname.
So the Cancer Killer was so my whole career, basically, I went by AJ Let's Go Siscoe. And then after I got sick, somebody said, well, you should come back. You should be the Cancer Killer. And then people started calling me that, and I was like, man, I really like the ring of that and stuff. And it really talks about, my fight with cancer and stuff like that. And I want people to know my story and my struggles. So if they have anything that they're fighting that they're too scared to ask about or something, I would hope that they would be able to come to me knowing that I've fought it and stuff. So I think that helps them knowing my story and stuff like that and highlighting it. So I really like the nickname.
So if obviously the coaches, teammates are very important. But what about the sponsors? Who do you want to thank for them?
Oh, okay. I got Boyer Painting has been a huge sponsor for this tournament coming up. Pat Penn out of Colorado. Then I got Boy Aaron Photography.
Excellent.
Alton Refrigerators. I got them written down, so it's gonna take me a second.
No worries.
Impact ICA. Hobbs MMA. And I think that's it for right now. Oh, Fuji Jiu-Jitsu is a huge sponsor also. There's a long list. I should have wrote them all down, but...
Hey, no worries. You'll get there. Yeah, I was going to say, that's one of the nice things, shoot, with doing so well as you are right now in MMA. You're going to keep getting a bunch of sponsors and having more and more to say as it goes along.
That's the hope, and thank you to all my sponsors for helping me on the journey. All Clear Glass is another sponsor. So, but thank you all, each and every one of you, for helping me on my journey.
So, if fans are wanting to find out more about you on social media, where's the best place to check you out at?
I'm AJ Let's Go Siscoe on Facebook, and then the Cancer Killer on Instagram.
Excellent. Thank you, AJ, for being on the show today.
No worries. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
My pleasure.